Hello, hello. Right. Hello, everyone. Oh, hope you are doing well today. I will give everybody a few moments to join us as always. Whew. So it has been a very interesting week. So many wonderful, beautiful things going on, and so I'm excited to be here this morning. I'm excited to have met so many new people over the last week, whether it was at Paracon or Dare to Bloom event this weekend. I've been talking about, when Spirit is working on getting you out of your comfort zone. Amazing things happen. And so that laugh, that giggle, is about that comfort zone expanding. Kyle Cease talks about that a lot. That when we giggle or we cry or we are laughing hysterically, because okay, here we go. The bubble's getting bigger. The comfort zone is expanding, and it can be a little uncomfortable. But in the end, in the long run, it is absolutely amazing. With the smoke saying hi today. So I've got my incense, I've got my tea, I've got a candle here, and all ready. Yeah, so allow that smoke to come in and just clear over you, cleanse over you. I was just talking to a couple of friends of mine as we were clearing and cleaning the new space, and we were just talking about how the veil is getting thinner. So we're feeling a lot more. We're feeling other people's stuff a lot more. And so it's been a lot, or maybe not so much. Maybe you feel like you just need to go within and spend some time. I call it in the cave. I just want to disappear into the cave and just be for a while. And that's okay. But wherever you're at, sandalwood has an amazing spell and an amazing clearing and cleansing property to it. Sorry, I'm going to be a little distracted as it, goes in the light and just makes these beautiful spirals and circles and waves. So, and just doing little things like that make you happy or take your mind out. I wish I could get all of this on tape or on video because it's just so beautiful in the light. And you're just getting a little bit taste of it there. But coming back into the moment, into the peace, into the present, and as it's just clearing and swirling and whirling around up here, there's not much else I can think about, and I'm doing all I can do to keep talking as I just want to be in awe of the smoke. So, okay, bringing myself back. So, welcome to, we're going to start calling it Mindless Mondays, and it's mindless. I know the term is mindful because we want to be in the present, we want to be right here, but then when the mind's full, then we have all of that gobbledygook that can show up. So we're going to get out of the mind a little bit more. So we're going to be mindless in the mind. So let's start. And I want you, if you can, put your feet flat on the floor. Okay. And if you have that chatter, if you have the monkey mind going, or even if you don't, I want you to just bring your attention down to your feet. and I can't remember if we've done this before or not, but just bring it down to your feet. Bring your attention to your feet. And just notice how quiet the mind can get. So if you're having that anxiety, if you're feeling the stress, if you're feeling anything other than peaceful, then bring that all down into your feet and even send it down into the earth. And I just want to take a moment in this right now because my eyes went to the date and time. So it is March 31st, so 3/3/1, and the time right now is 11:33. So how magical is this time with all these threes and ones? So one can be new beginnings. Threes are that we are being protected. And of course for me, 3 is always about the Trinity. The 3, the mind, the body, the spirit coming into balance so we can feel more whole. And that's what we hope to do, right? Okay. So bringing that, again, that attention all the way down to your feet, through the earth, allowing yourself to let go and release and ground and anything that is not for your highest good right now. Just allowing it to go. And yes, if you want to blow it into the stick, if that helps gather all that up, all of the stuff that we put into our bodies. This weekend I was fortunate to do a breathwork session with over 50 women, beautiful women, and that we just were able to move all that old stagnant energy. So anywhere that you're feeling any pains, any twinges, any heaviness, just imagine the breath going down into it and blowing it into the stick. And do it again. Any of those pains, stagnant energy, heavy spots, breathe it down into it. Imagine the breath scooping it up, bringing it out, and right into that stick. And one more time, because you know I'm all about threes, bringing it in the breath, cleansing, fresh breath. And scooping all that old stuck energy out and blow it into the stick. And then we're going to take that stick, put it into the fire. And just imagine as the smoke swirls around the fire, taking that and just bringing it into your chakras. Especially into the belly, bringing that fire into the belly. And into the lower chakras. And just letting it fill you back up. Making space, making room as we're coming into spring, although it doesn't really feel like it much today. Or maybe it does. Looks exactly what March is about. Oh, okay. Letting all that stuff go. Okay. So spring and March, and allowing the winds and the rain to wash over us, to clear out everything so that we can make room. If we have stuck energy, I'm sure you've heard me say this before, you know, we can't put new stuff in. So let's really clear out that stagnant energy today. So, so breathing in, clearing out, and we're going to do what's called bumblebee breathing. Okay. Good morning, Rachel. And what this does is you first want to put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Okay? And that helps complete the circuit. Excuse me. The circuit. So it helps the energy flow through the chakras. But then we're going to hum as we exhale. So you're going to breathe in. And imagine focusing all that energy onto the third eye. Because with all that we got going on in our environments and our water and our toothpastes, all those kinds of things, we can get our third eye all gunked up. So what this does will help you to clear it out. And we'll just jump right into this because it does make you feel a little altered sometimes, or all the time. So we're going to do it 21 times. Okay, I'll keep track. You don't have to, you just need to breathe. And again, focusing that energy right up into the third eye. Okay, so take that cleansing breath again. And out. Good. Breathe in and hum. Good. Breathe in and hum. Breathe in and hum. Breathe in and hum. Breathe in and hum. Good. Breathe in and hum. Good. Breathe in and hum. Breathe in and hum. Breathe in and hum. Breathe in and hum. Good. Breathe in and hum. Good. Breathe in and hum. Breathe in and hum. Breathe in and hum. And breathe in and hum. Good. Breathe in and hum. Breathe in and hum. Breathe in and hum. Breathe in and hum. Good. Last one. Breathe in and hum. Good. Cleansing breath. And out. Whew. Good. We're going to take a moment and let that all integrate. Whew, I don't know about you, but now my third eye is tingling and buzzing, which is the purpose of the bumblebee breath. Good. And the point of the third eye is our intuition, our witness. And it's not only about the witness out and around people and around us and our psychic abilities and things like that. It's about witnessing ourselves as two. Ourselves as well. And how we react to things, how we respond to things. Good, I'm glad you're tingling. That really does help get the blood moving as well. So you can definitely get that tingles and the energy all moving. But that's all part of it, right? That we have this tingling, that we have these insights, that we have ways that the mind chatter comes in. And that's all part of our third eye, of the witness. And just witnessing yourself in the world. It's not so much about what everybody else is doing. It's not about the politics. It's not about the anger. It's not about any of that. It's about you coming in and being one with yourself. Again, well, we're calling this Mindless Mondays now. Whew. But we definitely want to be able to have more intuition and trusting those little pings that we get. Whether you feel it here in the third eye, maybe you feel it in the heart, maybe it's a gut intuition. It's all good. It's all good, all good. But as we've cleared that out and we talked about planting seeds. So what is it about your intuition, about your witnessing, how you want to show up more in the world? Yeah. I keep talking about how this year is really about having your peace, or your piece of peace, right? P-I-E-C-E, P-E-A-C-E. Even when all this chaos and all of this gobbledygook, that's going to be my word for today, gobbledygook, is going on around us. How do we keep our peace in those moments? Isn't that really what this is all about? Whether you are doing breath work, or you're doing energy work, or you're meditating, or you're doing yoga, or you're going to therapy, or you're doing massage, or any of these things. Isn't it about finding your peace? And it doesn't matter what's going on around you. Yeah. Ooh, and I actually feel that tingling moving up to the crown chakra as well. So what are the seeds that you want? How do you want to experience the world? Yeah, we were talking about how the veil is super thin right now. So you may be feeling all of these other things. What's wrong with talking to yourself, Rachel? I do it all the time. Um, but we have all of these things that are helping us to clear. We just came out of eclipse season. Mercury's still in retrograde, as is Venus. So we have these things that we can go, oh God, Mercury's in retrograde. Or we can be like, okay, Mercury's in retrograde. I'm going to watch my communications. I'm going to watch how I get triggered, because that's what this is all about. All those things showing us our triggers so that we can clear them, so we can be more peace in the world. It's not about finding it outside of us. It's not about going and buying more stuff. It's not about doing any of that stuff. It's just about being peace. And yes, meditation, therapy, breathwork, yoga, all of that can help us find it. Those are all tools, though. Okay, of course, all of our work comes from inside first. So if you are finding yourself being triggered, instead of going down the rabbit holes of those stories, because that's what we were trained to do, we've been taught to do, is look at those, oh my God, those stories are me. But look at, if you can pause for a moment, what is it that's trying to come up? What is this piece that says, I need to be looked at? Or is it the inner child, the younger part of yourself that maybe didn't get the love, that is still hurting, that we've put somewhere in our bodies? Maybe it's ancestral. And just really taking a moment and looking at it and going, okay, I see you. I witness you. But I don't have to go into that story anymore. And just let all of that go, so that you can now plant new seeds, new ways of showing up, new ways of being. Because, I don't know, the more I do this work, I have to tell you, what was I doing to myself for the last 50 years? You know? Like, why did I think I have to go down all of those rabbit holes, tell all those stories, when being right here, right now, being in this moment, spending this time with you, getting to play with the smoke, it's so much better. So, take a couple of moments. Maybe let that buzz of the third eye come in. Feeling this moment, feeling the peace, feeling the love, feeling the joy. And maybe if you're not feeling that right now, think of a time where you did have that. Maybe in a meditation, or out on a vacation, in nature, where you were just awestruck and all you could do is sit and just be and absorb it in. And let yourself feel it. Because a little secret about our brains, we can think about it and our brains don't know the difference. They think we're back in that. So those feelings, that joy, that love, whatever it is filling your body. The feel-good hormones are going. The fight or flight is calming, turning off in this moment. And just allow yourself, give yourself that permission to feel it, to experience it, to be it. because you deserve it. And yes, all those things that you have that's going through the brain right now that you need to do will be there when you're done. But in this moment, just be. Allow yourself to feel those. Good. Yeah. And that doesn't mean that we stuff down any stress, on any of the anxiety, any of the hurts, the fears. When we were told as little ones, not to have a feeling, not to be scared, not to whatever, then we just took those feelings, that energy of a feeling, and we put it somewhere in our body. So we're not wanting to do that. But in this moment, just let yourself feel the peace, the love. And again, when those ouchies from the past, in the moment, come up, it's just time to look at them, love them. What is it that you need, little one? Yeah. So, shoot, I can't remember who it was. Maybe Alberto. Maybe Heather Ash have been doing a lot of work with both of them. And one of them, I think it was Alberto, had said that fear, hatred, all of that, everything stems from fear. All those ugly feelings, those heavy feelings stem from fear. And fear is just a lack of love. Because all those feel-good feelings are all stem from love. All the happiness, all the bliss, all the gratitude, that all stems from love. So when you have one of those moments, probably just means you need a little love. Or maybe somebody else is needing a little love. And we can't do anything about anybody else, right? Except for have a little compassion, hold a little space for them. But it's not our job to fix them. So bring it all back to you. Have a little love in that moment. All right, my loves. Let's give ourselves a little love right now. So take that left hand, you're going to put it over your heart chakra. The right hand goes over your second chakra, that space kind of in between your belly button and the pelvic bone. And you're going to send that loving vibration from your heart down your hand, your arm, around the shoulders, down the arm, and into the second chakra. And the second chakra is where we hold our emotions, our feelings. That's the chakra that has all of those wants. Our waters, especially as women, that's where our waters are, our ebb and flow. And again, turning down, turning off the fight or flight, and turning on and turning up our rest and digest, that parasympathetic system. Good. Couple more breaths. Just feeling that love, giving that love to ourselves. And you can send this loving feeling forwards or backwards in time, because time is really just an illusion. Sending it into the day if you know you have something that's going to be a little more challenging. Sending it into your car for traffic on the way home. Maybe sending it backwards to yesterday, or when you were a kiddo and you just needed someone to love you and you didn't have that person there. Send a little compassion to yourself when you maybe didn't respond in the best way. And it happens. It so happens. All right. All right, so drink your water, because we let go of some of that junk up in the third eye. Be kind and gentle with yourself. Find your piece of peace throughout the day and hold on to that. Have a wonderful Monday. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time.